By the way, we're live. You know what? I got to tell you this. I saw a great idea online that it's Lent, as we all know, and I am not a quitter like most people. So I saw a thing where you add a vice for 40 days. So welcome to Daily Meth with Fridays. There you go. Start the show.
Okay.
All right.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Sean Shank.
Plus funny songs from
Jeff Peterson.
And a patty melt from Patti Vasquez. And much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Hello, everyone. I didn't get up because I'm wedged in behind a thing here, and behind me is old San Juan. I'm in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. We have a testosterone-filled show, if the shots are working. Our stars, pumped up Steve Goodie, and of course, the only one not riddled with steroids, Patti Vasquez. But then after that, it is Raining Men, our headliner. Did you see the guns in that picture, everybody? Sean, you are a monster worker-outer. That is Sean Shank, everybody, comedian Sean Shank.
Hey.
And our musical guest, Physique Magazine's Musician of the Year, Jeff Peterson. I think that's who it is. And a special spot by comedians, comedy's answer to Charles Atlas, John Trentes. So that's great.
Yeah.
A lot of grunting to go around. And for me, it's mustache night. I thought that was a good idea because I'm in San Juan where you see a lot of mustaches. Even on women. It's fantastic. They look great. So I'm still on the Celebrity Reflection, by the way, with a superior group of crew. And we are in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where I keep having to tell the passengers the exchange rate between US dollars and paper towels. I have to tell them that. Okay, start slow and my connection's unstable, I think. So, and word to the wise, those people get to vote. Let's remember that they get to vote. But we have a super duper show tonight, and if we are lucky, it will be so good that George Santos will sue us. I think that's going to be the show. So that starts us. Did you all see that disgraced former Congressman George Santos is suing Jimmy Kimmel?
No.
Yeah, because the host bought thousands and thousands of dollars of George's cameos, and they tricked him with weird questions, and they played him on the talk show. And Kimmel said almost every show, I am dying for George to sue us. And now he is. So Jimmy bought so many ads that the ex-president of Antarctica raised his price for a cameo from $400 to $500. George Santos is making hundreds of thousands of dollars from the site. And his lawsuit demands Kimmel pay him $500,000 in damages and that he please never stop doing the bit. So I think he might win. That's kind of great. Hey, by the way, Steve Goodie, what were you doing on Saturday?
I was doing the dishes, as I told you.
Did you go downtown at all?
I did not. What did I miss?
A couple dozen neo-Nazis marching downtown Nashville, waving swastika flags, and protesters were recording their antics and shouting them down. One of the Nazis was angry, however, that they had planned the march too early and they couldn't wear their new golden sneakers, which are on back order from China. So those are signed by the head Nazi himself. Okay. Fantastic. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say. Oh, hey, you know what was today? The Daytona 500 was today. Y'all into that? No. 40
Oh, yes.
drivers. 40 drivers.
Got rained out yesterday.
It got rained out. Thanks. Now the joke's going to work great.
They
Actually,
went straight, then take a left, and then went
you
straight.
just
Ah.
go straight, go straight, go straight, go straight, go straight, go straight. Hit the ring. I'm going to do this joke anyway, and you can all just lump it.
That's how we feel every week.
Luckily, it's short. Luckily, it's a one-liner that if I'd have just gotten the damn thing out, we'd have been moved on by now. But no, Mr. Frowny Pants had to put the facts. The Daytona 500 is today. 40 drivers will try to reach the checkered flag while trying to avoid 500 fans with Confederate ones and gold shoes. Okay. Well, that took way more time than it should have. Okay. So, yep.
Choking on his mustache.
Yeah, I know. I keep swallowing these little pieces. Oh, God. Okay, yep. So we all know Trump has another Donnie's Shopping Network item, and he's selling $400 Chinese-made high-top gold sneakers with a fake Trump signature. These babies are ergonomically designed to pretend you have bone spurs.
Oh my God.
and promise to run any company you have into the ground 5 times faster. These shoes also promise to appreciate to 10 times the IQ of the buyer to a whopping 45.
Ah.
Same as his presidential number. And Don Michelle hopes you'll wear them when you visit Mar-a-Lago, so he knows who to point security to. Get rid of them. Okay. Started good, ended bad. Here we go. Hey, did you see that this is wild. Some people know how to party. This is the news of some people. Dr. Alexander Eastman, the chief medical officer for Customs and Border Protection, pressured his staff to order fentanyl lollipops for him to take to a United Nations meeting. Fentanyl lollipops.
Wow.
I know. Not kidding.
What?
Yeah, his staff was like, yeah. See, Alice, you would know because I think you like fentanyl. No, you know because you're in science. His staff questioned the need for such a strong narcotic in a lollipop form, taken to a meeting of diplomats, to which Eastman responded, "What else you gonna have to go with the Percocet pedophores?" I think there's a lag this week. By the way, fentanyl lollipops aren't even a thing that exists till now. Okay, so I know that I'm all like, I want something like that. Doesn't have to be fentanyl though. Could it be, could it be morphine? That'd be good. Okay, FBI informant Alexander Smirnov, who has been the only witness to all the evidence against Joe and Hunter Biden in the now proven false Ukrainian bribery scheme, has been arrested.
Yay.
Charged with making the whole thing up. So he's now proved he's made the whole thing up. This is the sole basis for the impeachment attempts by the GOP Congress. On hearing the news, leader of the House, Mike Johnson, said, "There's fentanyl lollipops crossing the Mexican border." Biden. Sean Hannity did 85 segments trumpeting Smirnov's lies and said after he found out it was wrong, Taylor Swift sang the Black National Anthem in Venezuela. All super true. Okay, next up. Oh, hey, I'm doing a lot of foreign stuff this week. Russian, this sad. I mean, but you kind of, okay. Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny was murdered by Vladimir Putin. He accidentally passed after he had some borscht that didn't agree with him. Odd, the fact he wasn't eating it didn't make a difference. Blame AI. Okay. I'm not going to go any farther because I could be found. Hey, Okay, this is really kind of amazing. Documents show that Abraham Lincoln pardoned Joe Biden's great-great-grandfather, Moses Ribinette, after he was arrested for a Civil War era brawl he had in the military in 1864. Did you know that?
No.
Wow.
I think that's pretty amazing. Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
Abraham Lincoln pardoned his great-great-grandfather. Joe said this is amazing news. He had never talked about before because Grandpa Moses didn't like to talk at Sunday dinner. 1864. Saying Joe was there.
Right.
Okay. Well, that was an interesting thing, though. Hey, there's a fake Facebook post out there, folks. I know. You can't believe it, can you?
Can't believe it.
That Catholics were anybody Catholic?
Bob is.
Bob is Catholic? Catholics were very excited when they saw a post on Facebook, supposedly by Pope Francis, that said they can eat meat on Fridays during Lent. I know. The Pope said this is totally wrong. He tried to clarify the fake post by saying, "My English is not so good. I meant to say beet."
Wow. Really?
Ooh.
Man, you're ruining mustache night.
That's the only kind of joke you can do on mustache night.
No.
That's what mustache night is all about. A Nebraska zoo. Now this, oh my gosh. A Nebraska zoo is asking visitors to stop throwing coins into bodies of water at the zoo because they had to perform surgery on a white alligator where they removed $7 worth of change.
Wow.
Yeah, to save the alligator. In a statement, you can still throw change into the pond, but if you do, send your child in to retrieve it, said the alligators.
Ooh.
Coins and little bills.
Num.
Num num is what I say. Num num go the children.
Mm.
You know how hard it was not to do a child joke with the Pope. Okay, here we go.
Mm.
Home Improvement star Zachary Ty Bryan, who played Tim Allen's oldest son, Brad, was arrested for DUI in California. He's also been arrested for domestic abuse and convicted of felony assault. When interviewed for a statement, he said, Tim Allen's
Wow.
that was just what Tim Allen used to do. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Connection, not the jokes.
Yeah. Right.
Here we go. Starbucks designed its new cafe of the future with wider aisles and for baristas, union noise canceling headphones.
Hey.
Union noise. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That's a Jimmy Hoffa mustache right there.
That's right. Jimmy Hoffa. You're going to find me under Shea Stadium, baby. Hey, did you see this? They just did a study, and this is huge. A study analyzed the genetic code of 250 million volunteers and found 275 million new variants in them, meaning some groups of people are going to be very prone to disease, and Loki will get 2 million more seasons. By the way, who saw Loki? Who's watched all of Loki? Anybody?
Bob did.
Bob, Gary?
Catch up on
That was quite an ending of Loki, wasn't it? Spoiler alert, he gets his wish.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Steve, have you seen the Loki?
No idea.
All right, last joke. And we're 11 minutes in, so that's not too bad. Here we go. And the BAFTA Awards, known as the Oscars of England, were given out, with Oppenheimer gaining 13 awards and Poor Things garnering 5. The night had some surprises, with an appearance by Tom Cruise, Michael J. Fox, and YouTuber Lizwani snuck into the group of Oppenheimer producers to stand on stage while they accepted the award for Best Picture. Can you believe it? They said, yeah, I know. They said security protocols are being looked into, How did he get on that major awards stage? Said Edward Norton. Other actors that could have appeared in this joke: Jim Carrey, Woody Harrelson, Stanley Tucci. No one's ever won. Okay, an Oscar or a BAFTA. So, all right, Steve, do you know where your button is?
Yay!
Hi, everybody. San Juan, everybody.
And live from San Juan, where Brad is using up 75% of his bandwidth to support that mustache.
Hey, look, everybody, it's Ryan Joyce. Come on in, say hi real quick.
Wow.
It's
Hi, Ryan Joyce.
Ryan Joyce. So here, sneak by me, and you can sit down. How was the
neat.
show? How was the show?
I will just show like
No,
here's
keep moving up. Oh.
one. Oh,
Hey, camera's right there.
I
You
know.
gotta take off the background. We can't see a
Move over
thing.
and I'll turn it off. Steve, talk and for a second.
Okay, I'll talk for a second. Wow, what a night, what a show, man! Wow. Okay, that's all I've got.
Well, no, we're gonna turn off the background and you can see the thing.
Well, how about if I do the top 10 and then you do what you're doing?
Adds a mustache.
Okay, do you want to do the top 10 first and then we'll do it? Okay,
Whatever.
I will leave, but I would just
No,
want
just shut up and sit there.
That's
Okay, the top 10.
why Brad doesn't have more friends.
I
Yay!
That's right. Don't have
And
anything.
my only friend is this guy. Hi, everybody. That was fantastic. Thank you, Brad. And your mustache has never looked better. As you may or may not know, I am the MC on Sundays at the Bluebird Cafe, the world famous Bluebird Cafe here in Nashville, Tennessee. And our musical guest tonight is Jeff Peterson, who used to be the MC on Sundays at the world famous Bluebird Cafe. It's crazy that this is all happening. And what you might not further know is that the Bluebird has been closed for the past month due to water leaks that were exacerbated by the freezing temperatures and extra snow and ice. And every time they fixed something, they found something else that needed fixing. Well, they just opened up again tonight.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Sound excited. Try to sound excited.
Yay, Monday.
Which is why we're going to go to this. So if you've ever been to Nashville, Tennessee, you've probably been to the Bluebird, where it's world famous. So there's a Taylor Swift chair with her name on the back with pictures of famous country stars from decades gone by as well as current. And we were closed for a whole month, and now we're open again. So tonight's top 10 categories, top 10 exciting changes at the Bluebird Cafe after being closed for 6 months for roof repairs. Get excited. Let's say that name again. Top 10 exciting changes at the Bluebird Cafe after being closed for 6 weeks for roof repairs. Number 10, the old shh motto has been replaced with grab a mop. Number 9, Taylor Swift's chair is now dating a new exciting football playing chair. Number 8, the tiny showroom is even smaller now because they ignored the dry clean only tag.
Oh, no.
Classic, I know. Number 7, they took advantage of the downtime to add 2 dressing rooms, a VIP lounge, and a balcony. No, Sheryl Crow still has to change clothes in the bathroom. I don't know why I did it like that. I don't know why that happened. All right, number 6. The exciting new high-rises that have been popping up all over town are using the tiny one-story Bluebird as a spittoon. Number 5. Quit your whining, said the porta potty that used to be a Barnes & Noble. Number 4. All Bluebird tickets are now BYOUGMRS. Bring your own umbrella, galoshes, and mold remediation system.
Thanks for clarifying.
These are the top 10 exciting changes at the Bluebird Cafe. Number 3. I'm still not allowed to make fun of Republicans on stage, but Tennessee law says you can bring your exciting Confederate flag and your AR-15. And now it's dark. Number 2. The water soaked all the pretzels and all the nachos and all the edamame. And when that water finally receded, we discovered an exciting salt lick in the middle of the room. And the number 1 exciting change at the Bluebird Cafe after being closed for a month. And you thought the drinks were watered down before. Where's Brad?
Yay! All right, see the video. Do the
Oh
video.
my God. Do I have a mustache? I want a fun mustache.
Oh, do you have a mustache? Lean in and see if you have a mustache.
It's so
You may have a
graphic.
mustache, but we've got nothing.
Okay, here we go. Turn the video on.
Well, I do.
Is it running?
Yes.
Man, your bandwidth can barely handle one person.
Without a mustache. Oh.
Right.
That's exciting, isn't it? Those are drones.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was-
look at that.
I don't know what we're seeing, but
That's
that was
fine.
fantastic.
Enough of that. Okay.
You know what we need?
Wow.
What we need
Patty.
is Patti Vasquez to make this all make sense.
Impossible.
Where is she? Oh, there she is. I got,
I got her.
Patty!
Patty!
Hi, Patty.
This is
Hello.
Ryan.
I actually am using a filter that takes my mustache off.
I don't need a mustache.
Yes, I have the electrolysis filter too.
Yeah, it's very helpful.
Oh, God. That's so
All
funny.
right. Are you ready, Patty? Should we just do this? Or should we
Yeah.
fool around more?
Let's
All right,
just
let's
do
do
it.
it.
Whatever you'd like
I've
to
nothing
do.
to
Yeah.
say.
It's time for a Patty Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses. She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patty Melt.
I might
Mustache
still be in
melt.
there because I can't get out. Hi, everybody. I can't get out. Stop, Patty. Remove.
Hi.
Okay.
Hello. Hey,
Hi.
everybody. Hi. We often make fun of people from Florida because we should, but I really don't think we pay enough attention to Alabama. And if you haven't been to Alabama, let me just put it this way. There is not enough cheese in Wisconsin for all the crackers they have down there.
Ah!
I don't know if you have read the decision that was made by the Supreme Court of Alabama. If you haven't seen this, and I don't think I heard Fred mention this,
No,
but
God, no.
two families are suing a fertility clinic where they had IVF treatment. They had embryos frozen in the hopes that they would someday be able to have children. And look, I get it. There are women all over the country, all over the world that would like to be able to have a baby, have it be from them and their spouse or whatever the sperm donor is. And that's really the thing, isn't it? It's still our eggs. And then whatever else comes, it's just kind of extra as it is. Look, if you can throw your ability to have like your life-making fluids across the room on a sock, it's just different. That's all I'm saying. So
Don't touch that sign.
that's hundreds of thousands. Like, I mean, you guys, it's like 2 million, up to 2 million. And it's a lot. You guys have a lot on your socks.
20 million.
I'm not walking around dripping life onto your socks. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
I know. I shouldn't have gone back there, but there I am. When I was trying to get pregnant, I did a lot of research on the number of eggs. Like, I remember people would give me advice like, oh, if you want to get pregnant, you should have sex with the lights on. Like, I'm pretty sure it's dark where it's going because I don't understand. I remember somebody said I should sit where a pregnant woman is sat. I'm like, what is she leaving behind? So if you haven't seen this, two families who had gone to fertility clinics, they had the embryos frozen. And just so you know, over the last 40 years, I think this started in 1970. So over 50 years, 45 years ago, this has been something that women have had the option, families have had the option to go ahead and freeze eggs. Some people do it because it's just not the right time, or some women have actually said they have put eggs away to be frozen for a rainy day. Some comments about socks across the room.
Yes.
Is all I'm saying. So, but okay, and I get it. And look, it is now covered by insurance companies. We want to make sure that people feel like they can fulfill their biological destiny. And I'm not trying to diminish the hopes and dreams of people who do this. But in Alabama, two families whose eggs were accidentally destroyed sued the fertility clinic, and they sued for wrongful death. I'm sorry. Did you hear me? They said that 6-day-old cells are wrongful. Okay. So you're not hearing me the right way. So they were suing for wrongful death. And this is the first time. Now I've gone down a rabbit hole. Can you tell? A rabbit hill. I feel like I am rolling down something.
The rabbit's dead.
But so the Supreme Court, even though a previous court decided that it was not wrongful death, the Supreme Court of Alabama on Friday said, yes, that's murder.
Wow.
You guys, they're saying that it's wrongful death. And I've said this before, and people said, oh, Patty, that's never going to happen. I have said before, and they're doing this in Missouri. In Missouri, they want all the records of women who've ever had an abortion so that they can't have access to Medicaid because Jesus said so.
Wow.
I don't understand what's happening. I've told people they can go back and because they're calling it murder, any woman who has ever had an abortion can, because there is no statute of limitations for murder, they can be charged with murder. And people are like, no, because it was legal then. But murder's never legal. And if you, am I yelling? I can't tell. I'm very upset. Here's the thing. There are 1.5 million frozen embryos in this country. So we're saying that the key, and some of them have been there for 30 years. And yes, 2 years ago, somebody actually gave birth to a 30-year-old frozen embryo. And yes, we can freeze these for hundreds of years. And by the way, there are labs that could have an entire city. Unfortunately, they can't have an entire country club. Although a lot of the people that are hanging out with at Mar-a-Lago do look like they were grown in the lab. Anyway, where was I? There's just it's too much, you guys. I can't with all of it. It's not good. All I'm saying is I'm glad I'm in menopause. I never thought I would say that. All right, that's my rant for tonight.
And of course she's gone. You did it again, Brad. All right.
I didn't do it. You
Hang
did.
on, I'm back, and that's fine. Patty.
Where's Patty?
Here she is.
She's there.
Patty back.
Yay.
Okay. So
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, two things on this that are very important. Number one, there is one thing that we did when we were trying to get pregnant. They said it's 10% of our chance of getting pregnant if I'm on top and she's on the bottom, because I didn't know if my boys could swim, but I knew they could fall. And I think that's kind of a thing. That they just,
Wow.
Gravity helps.
Oh my God.
And now here's my question. If this is a already born life, if you don't have that kid for 30 years, is that kid start at 31?
And can it
is that kid have a birthday every year?
I didn't know. All I had to do when the boys were little was just freeze them until I had a nap. And then
yeah. Freeze them. So
I don't
all
understand.
right.
And there are some women that put 30 to 40 eggs away, by the way. No one's having 30 kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. And by the way, you can make a trust for your embryos. So the event that you both die, they will, No. There's a whole bunch of
I know.
stuff.
They're going to try to put people in jail for something to get through, and for this egg that was in the thing. I mean, it's it's a wacky world. And
it's a wacky world.
Yes. And we need to change it back is what we need to do. So, okay.
Thanks, Patty. I'm very upset now.
Sorry.
That's okay. You did your thing. That was awesome. Hey, speaking of doing their thing, our musical guest is right here. So I'm going to swap places with him.
I lost Patty.
She's right over here. Okay. I'll get rid of Patty. Okay. Oops. Oh, wrong thing.
Got her. Okay.
Good. Now I'm
So
going to get rid of you.
Guy's right there.
Yeah, he's right here. So I'm going to get rid of you, Brad. And we're going to run
get
this.
rid of me because I can't get rid of myself.
Right. And when this thing is done, Jeff will be sitting here, not me. Wow.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest. Jeff Peterson.
Hey gang, thanks for coming to visit us here tonight. Hey, I just wanted to say something. I'm going to do a song that I wrote probably 40 years ago because I'm older than most of you. And I've lived in Nashville for 38 years. I was originally from Huntington Beach, California, and I used to work with the March of Dimes. And I met Tommy Lasorda and Vin Scully, the world famous baseball announcer. And I actually got to meet him and give him a cassette tape of this song. And I know you're all sitting out there thinking, who cares? And I don't blame you. But, and there's a little background part. I haven't showed it to Steve yet, but I said, figure it out, buddy. And here we go. Oh, can we still be friends?
Sort of.
Okay.
Sort of.
Well, I'm the luckiest guy that you ever seen. I just got a job at Chavez Ravine, selling Dodger dogs for my favorite team. Mister, I'm a hot dog man. Well, I could have went to college and got a degree, been a doctor or a lawyer with a PhD, but I'd rather sell my dogs than see the games for free. 'Cause mister, I'm a hot dog man. I'm a hot dog man.
He's a hot dog man.
I'm a hot dog man.
He's a hot dog man.
Selling my dogs just as fast as I can. Mister, I'm a hot dog man. Well, I just got an order from Mr. Lasorda, and I'm running just as fast as I can. A little protein for the blue machine. Tommy, let me be your hot dog man. 'Cause I'm a hot dog man.
He's a hot dog man.
I'm a hot dog man.
He's a hot dog man.
Selling my dogs just as fast as I can. Mister, I'm a hot dog man. Well, you see the nice lady in the low-cut blouse. I know what she's thinking, though she's quiet as a mouse. I can see in her eyes what she wants in her mouth. Honey, let me be your hot dog man. I'm a hot dog man.
He's a hot dog man.
I'm a hot dog man.
A hot dog man.
Selling my dogs just as fast as I can. Mister, I'm a hot dog man. Mister, I'm a hot dog man.
Oh, that's a good song.
Jeff Peterson!
Amen.
Jeff Peterson, everybody!
Yeah, buddy!
Well, I think this will come as no surprise at all.
We fall for all three.
No one seems to know. No one seems to know. No one seems to want to know.
What's in the hot dog?
Hey, don't get out of me. Hey, whoa, ho, ho, ho. But I want to know. I need to know. Oh, I gotta know. What's in my hot dog? 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 No one seems to know. I'm a hot dog man. What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? No one seems to know. There's ear lips, eye lips, odd bones and fingertips, dog nose, pig glands, frog bits and chicken lips, hog butts, peanuts, cow guts, brains, toe jam, turkey spam, varicose veins. Everybody, what's in my hot dog?
What's in the hot dog?
What's in my hot dog? No one seems to know. There's no sing along like a Zoom sing along. What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? No one seems to know. When I say everybody, I mean me.
Sorry.
Now comes the gross part. There's moose, colon, horse bladder, anything that goes splatter. Half a ton of puppy tongues, bucket full of camel lungs, big hairy goat tails, dirty doggy toenails, stuffed into a fabulous, edible, delectable, deep fried, something died. Intestinal shell, intestinal shell. What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? I was better off not knowing.
Hey!
Now, chunks, I will be blowing.
Hey!
And cookies I'll be throwing. My insides will be showing. Guess I didn't really need to know what's in my hot dog. What's in my hot dog? What's in my hot dog? I think I got a fever. I'm feeling kind of strange. My head feels like a whoopee cushion. My hands are a little clammy. I really want to die. We should take you to the hot dog factory, Bob. You could be the secret ingredient. Yeah.
Ew.
And now another song from Jeff Peterson.
Yay!
He needs professional help, I think. All right. My dad's from Minnesota, and I grew up in a fishing family. And here's a song If I can
What's
get
in my
comfortable
fish?
I
here.
just want to tell you, Jeff, the camera's over here.
Oh, I never did know where it was. Wait, that's a camera?
That's camera.
That's what Jeff looks like.
My wife ain't into football or the UFC, but put a fishing pole in her hand. She can drop shot, flip a jig, cast a Carolina rig, just like Kevin Van Dam. She got a Bill Dance poster on the ceiling overhead. She's all about fishing, even when we're in bed. Ain't I the luckiest man alive? My best fishing buddy is my own sweet wife. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. She gets a hold of me, she don't hold nothing back. She's like a Merc 250 with a full tank of gas. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass.
Hot dog man. I'm a hot dog man.
Well, she don't do any cardio or step past aerobics. All she likes to do is fish. But when our fishing day is through, there's something else she likes to do that starts with a good night kiss. Yeah, the only way I know to get to my woman's heart, there's $100 Bass Pro Shops gift card. Or she gets that look in her eye, and I know it's gonna be another sleepless night. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. Lord, she's a keeper, I ain't throwing her back. She might look as innocent as a Sunday school class. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. Her kind of kissing ain't for the mild-mannered or me. I'm pretty sure she never heard of a church hug or peck on the cheek. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. Yanks all the covers off when we hit the sack. Ain't no way on earth I'm yanking them back. Yeah, my baby kisses like a largemouth bass. She's got a 9-pound tongue. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. She likes to get it on. That part's a lie. My baby kisses like a largemouth bass. Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks,
That
y'all.
is amazing.
This guy right here. That
He
guy.
lives on a koi pond.
There's nothing coy about this guy.
Yeah, a lot of ponds.
So where can we catch your act live or on the internet in the next upcoming little while?
Actually, I'm playing at a place in for Reba McEntire.
Really?
On Saturday night. It's her old house where she used. I don't know where the hell it is.
It's in
Sunday
Gallatin.
night, and you probably don't know that I'm Sunday night. I'm the featured writer.
That's
at the
right. This
Bluebird.
Sunday at the Bluebird, Jeff and I will be doing exactly what we just did on the
He's gonna
same
be a
stage.
star-
It's going to be awesome.
He's gonna be a starstruck.
Even the hot dog man?
Yeah.
Stars.
Yeah, Bill, hot dog man.
Starstruck.
You'll do all
Yeah.
the songs. I bet.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was.
Guess what? I
Hey,
think it's
speaking
I
of
think
a
it's
lot
time
of
for
fun,
a headliner.
I got him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Shank of the evening.
Hey,
Hi, Sean.
it's Sean Man or Batman behind him. Sean Man, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastically. I've been having a blast listening to all this content tonight. It's
Oh yeah,
Pretty
we're
good, haven't it? What a night, man. Yeah.
this goes starts slow and then goes like that.
Then slows down. All right. So
Then it peters out at the end because I come back.
so we're gonna do, Sean. We'll do a little intro for you. Then you give us 10 minutes of stand up, and then we'll talk about how awesome
Wait.
you are.
I want to take me out before I do that because I can't
Okay.
take myself out.
Take Brad out before the thing. Okay, here we go.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Sean Shank.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm so happy to be back on the virtual comedy show, especially on Mustache Night, because I will have you know that the last time I was on this production with you guys, we did Mustache. We donned the mustaches and eyebrows at the end, and for some reason my Zoom broke and I could not take them off. Now, Now, here's the epilogue to that story. I did not know this because I don't look at myself when I'm on Zooms. And for the next, I don't know how long it's been, month and a half, I've been doing Zoom meetings with mustaches and eyebrows. Didn't know this until I was in a Zoom meeting with a production company that's looking at a pilot that I was working on. And I scratched my forehead like this. And the head of the production company looks like this and goes, "You know your eyebrows dancing across your hand, don't you?" So thanks, guys. All right, so to the stand-up, to the funny. I want to share a trivia fact with you guys, and it is one of my most favorite facts in the entire world. You may not know this, but I'm going to share it with you. Did you know that you can call and make appointments for your friends to get visited by Jehovah's Witnesses?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you can. Yes. And I love going around the country and spreading that little note of evil to everybody too. Because what's beautiful is you can also do it with Latter-day Saints, Mormons, and others, and you can fill up their entire calendar for a week.
Oh my gosh.
To the point at the end of the week, they're going to shut the door and go, "I know." So yes, I live in Michigan, and I moved here from Indiana. I grew up in the middle of 4 cornfields in Indiana. I'm a bit of an Ivy League redneck. I'm educated, but I'm also very redneck. To give you an example of this, a week after I got my master's degree from Johns Hopkins, I jumped out of a pickup truck without a t-shirt on to help my friend get some antlers off a deer because they still looked good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they claim he shot it.
But Michigan confuses me being a kid from the country in Indiana. And I will tell you why, because growing up in the country in Indiana, if you smelled skunk, which we called polecat where I come from, you went the opposite direction. But when I moved to Michigan, if you smell skunk, you actually go that way because that's probably where a good party's going to be. Also, growing up in the country, one of the ways that you knew people around you liked you is if they gave you nicknames. All right, if they made fun of you. If they didn't have a nickname and they didn't make fun of you, they didn't like you. So everybody around us had nicknames. Now, I've always had nicknames. I've been called Willis, the babyface menace. I don't know what that means. Shank Redemption, Stanky Rank Shank, Big Fat Skank, shaped like tanks, Banks and Yanks, is itty bitty crank. That was a long one. When I did shows with Def Jam, they called me Saltine. Yeah. I didn't know what that meant either. And I asked one of the guys one day, I said, "Why do you guys call me Saltine?" And he goes, "Dude, because you are a basic ass cracker."
Yeah. Go to Alabama, you've been embryo.
Yeah, which that 30-year-old embryo is slightly older than our guitarist.
That's right.
Anyway, so we had nicknames for everybody. We had a kid on my wrestling team. His name was Drew. Now, Drew, his left leg was this much shorter than his right leg, and he had a massive head. And so when he would run out onto the wrestling mat, he would run like this. And we had 2 nicknames for him. The first one was we called him Metronome. And the second one that we called him, I've heard other places, but we called him the Sniper's Nightmare. I had a cousin. His name was Scott. All right. And now here's the thing you need to know about Scott. Scott had 2 things about him. He had incredibly horrible irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Okay. Had it his whole life. And he also had the worst case of rosacea you have ever seen. Okay. And if you don't know what it is, when your skin is like red and pink, he was pink from head to toe. So he had the IBS and he had the rosacea, but we never made fun of him for it because he couldn't help it until one day Scott got pinched for robbing trailers in a trailer park.
Oh, no.
Bailed out and came home, and as soon as he walked through the door, my grandma looks up and she goes, "What's up, Klepto Bismol?"
Is that guy single?
We had a kid.
Terrible.
We had a kid in our class, and he was a sweet kid. His name was Chad, but he was albino. All right, he was very albino. And for years, the kids are around called him Bucket. Okay, never knew what it meant. I never knew what it meant. Then after I graduated, I went to the 10-year reunion, and I was asking. I said, "Hey, where's Chad at?" And they go, "Chad." I said, "Bucket." And they go, "Oh, he's blah 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 blah." And then I was like, I've never figured out, why did you guys call him Bucket all those years? And they looked at me and they go, "Because he was so pale."
Oh, terrible.
I know it's terrible. That's wonderful.
It's cute.
All right. So all right, we've had mirth, we've had the dad jokes, but I'm gonna take it down to a little bit of a serious note here. A few years back, I was lifting weights in the gym, and got a pain in my neck, and I went into the doctor, and he was checking it out, and he sent me in for some tests. And at the end of the week, I go back into his office, and he looks at me and he said, "Hey, I'm afraid you've got the big C." And I sat there and thought about it for a second, and I go, "Big C, big C, big C." And I go, "Oh, no, I got divorced from my big C 2 years ago, sir." He goes, "No, you idiot." This is what he said. He goes, "No, you idiot." I went, "Cancer." And I went, "Oh, yes." Then he walks over to a chart on the wall, not like Batman, and there's different cancers on it. And he points at the one on the top and he goes, "Now, if it's this one, you're going to be dead in about 2 weeks to a month." And my eyes got real wide, and he goes, "Oh, but it's not that one." I was like, "Why the hell did you start there? Who took your bedside manner? Satan?" Then he says to me, he goes, No. He goes, "You've got this one here at the bottom of the chart." This, and literally, this is what the guy said to me. "It's like a party in your throat." Party in my throat, huh, dog? He said, "You know what? My throat isn't a hooker in Indianapolis on a Saturday night trying to get kicks." But he was right, though. It was a simple surgery, cut it out of me, and I've been cancer free all these years since. So.
Yay!
And I found out my ex-fiance, I didn't know this because I'm not good with astrology, but apparently her birthday is in July, so I've survived cancer twice. The cancer has run rampant through my family. Like, it's taken out a bunch of folks. It got my mom, my grandma, my aunts, uncles, bunch of people. It took my mom out, and my mom had lung cancer. And I remember when she got to the point where she was almost in the hospice, she was texting me a lot, for medical advice, because I was pre-med at one time, if you can believe it. And she sent me a text. Now, I hate texting because I hate autocorrect. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Me too.
Yeah, okay, right. So she sends me a text one night, and she said, "I'm really feeling congested. I'm not really sure what to do." Now, when we were kids, what would your mom or your dad tell you to do if you were feeling congested? You would rub what on your chest?
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Vicks Vapor Rub. Thank you. That's what I sent to her. So I thought. I typed, "Mom, why don't you rub some Vicks on your chest?" Guess what it autocorrected to?
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yes, my dad was pissed. Now, here's the thing, and this was a crazy moment in the whole thing. My mom, when she was in hospice, and she was in the bed, and it was like 3 days before she passed, and I mean the whole family's there. There's like 40 of us sitting in this big, massive room in the center of the home, and she's in the bed. We think she's in a coma, and it's just kind of quiet and sad in there. And I kid you not, this happened. I've got witnesses. We heard the massive flapping of wings outside, and we turned to look out the big bay doors, and a buzzard landed on the railing outside. And looked in at my mom. And it was real awkward for a second until I leaned back in my chair and I went, she's not quite dead yet.
Man.
Here's the cool thing. My mom, who is a huge Monty Python fan, loves Monty Python, and who we thought was in a coma, turns her head and very weakly goes, I don't want to go on the cart. Now I've got time. I'm over time, guys, but I've got one more about my dad's ashes. Do we want to hear it? Or we want
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad's ashes. Oh, that's comedy.
So, well, you wouldn't think, but my family. So my dad passed before my mom. All right, and the cancer got him too. And we got him cremated, and they put him in that donut box, and and inside the donut box, his ashes are inside of like basically a bread bag. Okay. We're all sitting around the table in my mom's dining room, and we've all got these little charms that we're going to put his ashes in. So we've got the charms, and we've got our little 1970s cocaine spoons, and we're just waiting. And my sister opens the box. Okay. And she's sitting right next to my mom at the other end of the table. She opens the box and she takes the zip tie off the bag. Now it's ashes. So you would think she would open it gently.
Mm.
No. She opened it, like snapped it open, and my dad went right in his face. She was in a teat with my dad. And she's sitting there shaking. And she goes, oh my God, Dad's inside of me.
Oh God.
My mom looks over at her and goes, I remember that feeling.
Oh,
my God.
Too far.
Sean Shank. It's mustache night.
Mustache night.
Mustache night. And by the way, you need to get checked for cancer about every 4 months, man.
Yeah.
Both your parents died of cancer. You take care of yourself, mister. Right?
I'm going in on the 28th, my friend.
And you have a sister and she's doing that too?
Yep, she's taking care of herself as well, sir.
Did they smoke or anything like that? Or
oh my God, like chimneys with the
okay.
windows.
Well,
There you go.
That might be a hint.
That's like
and I also started doing stand-up back in the 1990s when they were still smoking in the clubs and you could wave your hand through the jet wall. Control the smoke. So that didn't help. Yeah.
That was the worst. Oh, I know. That was so terrible. Well, that was great. So
yes, John. Thank you very much.
Super duper.
Where can we catch your act?
Where are you
working?
working?
We catch your act on stage in the upcoming weeks?
Oh my goodness. Actually this week I'm going to be on the East Coast and some of the casinos in New Jersey. Next week I'm going to be up in Michigan with Dave Landau. I'm luckily I'm all over the place. I've been getting lots of just comedy's really picked up this year. So I've been very blessed. And very thankful.
This is a great year, man. Great year for stand-up.
And mustaches.
And mustache. Oh, yeah. And dancing eyebrows.
And answer jokes. Fantastic.
Hey,
all right. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Let's
hear it.
Sean. Hey, I can't find him. Hey. Somebody find him. Somebody get rid of him. Where's Sean?
I can't. I'm just going to do this.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Did you get rid of me too? I hope.
Let's see. I'll try. Hang on.
Okay. And you didn't get rid of Sean either. What? I can't get rid of anybody. We're up. So okay.
The important thing is that you yell during the music. Thank you.
I didn't know.
All right. There's been a few things in the news recently, particularly right after the Super Bowl, the big old party that wound up in a shooting. Thank you, America. And it never ends. It never ends. So I'd like to do this little song, which I had a lot of help on this one from our own Sulu. Let's give this a try. And there's also some sound effects that go with this one. Let's see if they work. Yeah, that works pretty good. Okay. Why do birds suddenly explode every time you reload with the magazine on your AR-15? They're blown into smithereens. Another gunshot. Why do geese fall down from the sky every time you drive by was your Glock. It went off half-cocked, just like you. On the day you bought the gun, the pawn shop asked you whether you knew which sort of weapon was right for you. You said you weren't sure, so you got a Glock and a Ruger and a couple ARs and a Colt and a Hellcat and a Smith & Wesson and a damn machine gun too. That is why all the ducks in town tend to stay safe on the ground. Your arsenal makes you look virginal, while you mostly shoot things that you weren't aiming at. Your armory and your little PP, they mostly shoot accidentally. You mostly shoot anything in the immediate vicinity. And the toilet seat wants to have a word with you also. Where's Brad? We need Brad now.
Yeah, we need that. That was wild. So
the Wild West around here, buddy.
yeah, that's right. Play the thing. We'll do the thing.
Oh yeah, we got a special guest. Should we bring him in first?
Oh my God, where's the special guest?
Let's add him right now. It's our friend John Trentes.
Hey, John.
Hi, John.
Hi,
John. John is a funny feller. He's been on our show many times doing funny songs, and it turns out he can be funny without a guitar. So
does he have an intro?
Yeah, he's got an intro. So why don't you get rid of yourself, or I'll just get rid of. Oh, you did it. Okay. We'll run the intro, and then where's my stopwatch? It's over here. I'll get it while the intro's running. You have exactly 60 seconds to be awesome. Are you ready, John?
I'm ready as long as you can hear me. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Here we go. Here comes the intro.
So you say you're a comedian wannabe, and you're willing to work for free. You're not a pro, so where can you go? Don't want to spend all night at an open mic. Try the Amateur Minute in our online show. If your is funny, we'll let you know. It's the Amateur Minute. Are you ready to go on the virtual comedy show? And we're not going to pay you. That's what amateur means.
And oh!
Well, I'm from Tennessee, so I live in a redneck neighborhood. All the guys in my neighborhood drive pickup trucks. They buy this sculpture, usually steel, sometimes chrome-plated, of a bull's scrotum. And they hang it from the trailer hitch in the back. Okay, so I get the message. My truck is muy macho, like a bull. Okay. After thinking about it, I wanted to fit in with my neighbors, so I decided to buy one for my car. Problem is, I drive a Mini Cooper. And you can't put a full-size bull scrotum on a Mini because it'll drag on the ground behind the car. They make a version. They make a version for the Mini. It's called El Chihuahua. True story. I was driving down I-65 in Nashville, and there in the berm, I see a chrome-plated bull scrotum lying on the ground, all by itself, without a truck attached to it. Must have hit a pothole or something. I immediately had this mental image of a guy getting home and announcing, "Honey, I got the truck fixed."
That was it. That was a minute. That was awesome. Wait, what was the line you said just at the end of that? Because I had a thought about that. What was the second to last thing you said? Any idea?
Honey, I got the truck fixed.
Yeah, that's the band that Jeff and I are going to form. It's going to be
Fix the truck. That's great. And that's a good thing, folks. Get your truck spayed or neutered. That should be the
Thank you, John. That was fantastic.
That was really good.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, buddy.
Where'd he go?
And now it's time. I think it's time for Brad to beg for money, if I'm not mistaken. Does that sound right? Okay, let's do that.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum. So what did you expect, Jack?
Oh, there you go. And I'm still here. I'm not.
Yeah, you're still here.
I'm
Ladies
leaving.
and gentlemen, go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians. I've never said it was a green button. It's a yellow button. And,
you say green every week.
I've never said green button. It's a green button for everything. You find the video.
I will.
I will donate.
I've got 197 of them.
Show me where I say green button. You say you click that button. It's yellow, and maybe that's why half of you aren't donating. You think it's going to be green. Click donate to the button, and we'll get Steve out faster during this part of the show. Also, we'll get John Trentes some testicles for his car. Actually, he's getting nothing. So actually, John isn't getting anything. We're giving it all to Sean Shank because we got to make sure he's healthy. That's very important.
Yes,
very important. And also, we're giving it to Patti to freeze her embryos, which I have a feeling are. Wait, you said you're going through menopause, didn't she? She said.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, so we're gonna buy her some more. We're gonna buy her some more eggs, and her husband's old enough he can dust them. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of crop. That's I'm at an age now where my wife and I have sex, I just crop dust her. So fantastic. And I got a sock over there on the ground, right over there, as Patti said.
Money so Brad can write better jokes.
That's right. You send us a lot of money at virtualcomedyshow.com, and I'll actually write jokes for this section. I'm just making this crap up as I go is what I'll do. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate, do that, and then now we're going to finish.
Yes, and this is the part, it's the worst joke of the week, but you're going to have a hard time beating what you just did. But let's see how you do.
I don't know.
Worst joke. Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Challenge accepted. A reality star, Chelsea Blackwell, from the show Love is Blind, announced on the show that Megan Fox is like her twin. Yeah. The snarky competitors on the show said, I guess Megan would be Arnold.
Oh.
Schwarzenegger.
I got it. Good night, everybody.
You got it.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like Brad likes marshmallows in Jell-O. Yep, that's what you get when you watch this show. Fascinating, isn't it? We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We hope you enjoyed the virtual comedy show. You don't have to dress up, no, 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 no. You can be like Brad and go commando. Every Monday it's the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com. That's right.
I never said green.